So would you please put your hands together and welcome Morgan to the stage with us. Thank you, Morgan.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'd just like to say thank you to John, and I also reached out to Elizabeth as well for helping me coordinate this today. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go run and hide because I forgot how terrifying it was standing in front of everyone. I'm not really sure what I was thinking. You have anxiety, right? So why speak? See, everything inside me wants to run off this stage except for one part, and that's my faith in the Lord. I know God has given me the strength to share my testimony like He does every day. When I heard this next series was going to be about anxiety, I knew this was the time I needed to speak up. Well, I reached out to Elizabeth and I let her know while I knew no one would be interested in hearing me sing up here. I thought the Holy Spirit was speaking to me, telling me that I needed to speak with all of you. There's a song very near and dear to me that helped me get through some of my hardest times, sleepless nights, and moments of feeling unloved and unworthy. I'm so very happy you could all be here today, and if you're a first-time guest with us, I'd like to extend to you a very warm welcome. Thank you for stepping out in faith and joining us. Moreover, I'm humbly blessed for the opportunity to be able to share my testimony, because I believe that somebody here needs to hear that it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to not be okay, and it is okay to ask for the help from the Lord and help from other people around you. My name is Morgan, and I have generalized anxiety disorder and panic disorder, which means that I worry about everything all the time, even when I'm not consciously meaning to. I know there are many stories like mine, but the important thing to remember is to listen to similarities in our stories and not necessarily the differences. I know the saving grace in my story is Jesus. Music has always had a strong impact on my life, and I believe in its ability to heal my soul. The song Fear is a Liar by C.A.L.M was released about a year ago, and it has had a profound impact on my life. Plain and simple, the devil's a liar. He will burrow in your thoughts and make you feel like you're not good enough.
That's right.
And while every single line from the song speaks to me, there are a few standouts. Fear, he is a liar. He will rob your rest, steal your happiness, cast your fear in the fire, because fear, he is a liar.
That's right.
Recently, I had about a 4-month stretch of waking up with panic attacks just about every night. I prayed and I cried out for God to take this pain from me. There were nights I laid on the bathroom floor because my adrenaline was coursing through me in such a manner I was sweaty and unable to stand up. The cold tiles felt good against my skin. The cold tiles became my safe haven at night, it seemed. There was one night I sincerely thought I was dying, not recognizing it was a panic attack. There were days I could even conceptualize why people took their own lives. I remember thinking, I can't live like this forever. When you aren't sleeping and the devil's attacking you, horrific thoughts can make a home in your head. I tried fixing my troubles with anxiety and panic on my own, and then I finally got wise enough to realize that it wasn't my job to fix, it was my job to pray. If my mind was focused on the turmoil the devil put there, then my eyes could not be fixed on the Lord. I came to realize if I wasn't seeking the Lord and waiting for all He promised me, I couldn't see when His blessings were bestowed upon me. During the days when the panic faded and I could think rationally again, I hung on to the words of the C.A.L.M song. I held on to my faith. I sang the song over and over. I played it in the shower. I sang in the shower. I cried in the shower. I cried with my hands in the air, praising God. And I sang it much, much louder than the volume on my phone would go. I kept holding my faith and hope to the Lord. I expected to be healed. I stopped begging God. And I remembered healing will happen when He is ready and on His time. I remind myself daily there's a reason for my anxiety. I can choose to let it control my life, or I can choose to do things to honor the Lord with it. I can reach out to people I can reach out and talk to people who are going through a confusing period in their lives. I can reach out to the pastors at my church and ask to share my story with you all, and to stand here and to not be afraid to some degree. I choose to give thanks for my strengths and not view anxiety as a weakness. I choose to live the life God has given me, and cast my fears on the fire. Thank you.